So our first speaker is a very special young woman, and she says my introduction. She worked as an artist at our company, Art Awakening, last year for much of last year and a bit longer as an intern. She's a very creative and very determined and resourceful young woman. She says I'm a good artist, but maybe I just wing it, and the best things come in a moment. And look out for Ava. She says that it's okay to lose, but you should never lose yourself. I'll introduce our first speaker. We talk about the cost of freedom. Please welcome Ava.
Hello. Hi. And before I start, I would firstly like to thank Irene for this opportunity to share my story with all of you. The Ava of 2 years ago would never have imagined this to be possible. I'm a design student at LaSalle, and I used to intern with Irene and Tim at the Art of Awakening. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to share my story. In this speech, I will share my story and the lessons that I've learned along the way. So, I've always had demons, and there have been many times where they almost overtook me. Primary school bullies turned to nightmares, which then turned to struggling to live up to expectations, which then turned to poor coping mechanisms. So these demons took many forms. I think all of us can relate to that. Since I was a child, I've had some challenges with my mental health. When I was in the early stages of primary school, I was diagnosed with ADHD. In my early teen years, I struggled with addiction, bad decisions, and some alterations with the law. This worried my already very overprotective parents, causing them to take the step of filing BPC on me. So I woke up one morning to allegedly meet my caseworker at Chinatown, but instead I was sent to a courtroom. After the court session, I was dragged out by officers and placed into lockup where I waited to be shoved into a mysterious bed that brought me to Singapore Girls' Home. All my personal belongings, my bag, my phone, and even my clothes were taken from me. My shoes as well. I felt the most vulnerable that I've ever been. So BPC, it's called Beyond Parental Control. It's a court order that puts you in remand in Girls' Home for about a month and a half before putting you to another court hearing that determines whether or not you get to go home. So in Girls' Home, I was strip checked multiple times a day, completely isolated for 3 weeks. And the only words I was actually allowed to say were just, yes, ma'am. You can't even say no, ma'am. Being physically and emotionally shut off from this world took a big toll on me. It gave me a lot of time to reflect on myself. But the first few weeks or so, honestly, just a lot of anger, sadness, and betrayal. It was so bad that I couldn't even eat for the first 5-6 days. Throughout my life, my dad has always been there for me. And suddenly, after that first morning, it just wasn't there anymore. I didn't even know whether he was still on my side. I couldn't believe he would do something like this to me. But of course, his intentions were not cruel. He was trying to do what was best for me. And honestly, it probably was. But, it still hurt. The only way I got myself to eat and sleep and feel better was this thing my father taught me when I was young. It's called loving kindness meditation. It's a mindfulness activity where we all think of a loved one, gather the love in our bodies that we feel for them, and squeeze it into a little ball of energy and send it to them. I did this same activity when I was inside, thinking about my dad, but not just sending my love to him, but I also sent the hate that I have away from him. I did this mindfulness activity every night. And if you guys don't mind in the audience, I would love to share this exercise with all of you.
Thank you.
All right. So if everyone could just drop your shoulders, untense your brow, and make sure that you're all seated comfortably. And if you're comfortable with it, you can close your eyes. So breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Breathing in, I feel calm. And breathing out, I feel peace. Now I want you to think of a loved one and remember all the reasons why you was there. Gather that love from the tips of your fingers and the ends of your toes. Pull it towards your heart. Bring all that love to your heart. Breathe in, gather the love, and breathe out. Feel peace. In, gather the love, and out. Two. Now we breathe in, gather all that love, and when we breathe out, I want you to send it to them. In, gather the love, and out. Send all that love to them. One more time. In, gather it all, and out. Send it to them. Alright, guys, you can slowly open our eyes. Can you feel the love? Yeah. Alright, this calm, peaceful feeling that we have. That's what helped me to ground myself. And what helped me is focus on the things that matter and not just the negative feelings that I was feeling at the time. So I send the love to my dad, my mom, my grandma. By the way, it's my grandma's birthday today. So happy birthday, Nai. So the rules in girls' home, they were really strict. You needed permission to drink water, use the restroom, or even just to stand up and stretch. I had to sit cross-legged on the floor, and at most was allowed to read this small stack of books that they put at the grills of our cell. Well, I really didn't know what to do anymore. After that first few weeks of isolation, I was told that I would finally have a roommate. I was so excited. It turned out to be this one girl who was just as lost and scared as I was. She had to be seated all the way at the other side of the cell, which was about 20 meters away. And communication between us was discouraged by the staff. But of course, we managed to find our way to communicate and share our stories. I was really happy that I didn't have to be alone anymore. I developed this desire to pursue all the things I didn't want to do when I was outside. Soon though, she was off the court and I was alone again. This happened with like 2 more roommates. I learned so much from them, hearing their stories, their hardship, and how they did or did not overcome them. During my stay, my love for literature and arts also came back to me. I feel that being deprived of the opportunity to study actually made me want to do it a lot more. And me, with my rebellious nature, of course found a way to study when I was not allowed to in there. And also because I was placed back on my ADHD medication that I was taking regularly. That really helped me to work with the rigid structure in girls' home. There was a fit time to eat and sleep. My family wrote in whenever they could, and I got to meet with my parents every fortnight. I kept my mind busy in every way I could think of. I used to rip the words out of books and paste together little poems on the wall, using soap and grains of rice from the food given. I used to create these little origami crayons out of little paper and like bits of stuff I could find clasped in the books on the ground. My stay at Singapore Girls' Home was really tough, and there were many tears. But I also did learn many lessons and heard many stories from my roommates that helped me to open up these new perspectives of the world. After Girls' Home, honestly, I wasn't really expecting to go home because I was just so destroyed that my mindset just turned to just take it as it comes. Don't expect like things to go well for you. And as I expected, I was sentenced to a place of safety for 24 months. That's 2 years. The entire rest of my teenage life. I just turned 16 in Girls' Home, and 2 years would mean that my entire teenage life was gone. I would be chucked back into the real world when I turned 18 and just have to figure out how to fend for myself. I was so scared. In this place of safety, I met many new people and I did grow significantly as a person. Many residents came and went, and soon everyone that I met when I was initially admitted was gone. Sent home or to other places. I learned so many hard truths about this world and have seen so many things and experienced so many things that I really don't think people should have to see or experience. My best friend from the first batch of kids that I was with, she attempted to take her life. And she was moved to other facilities where they said they would take better care of her. But in this system, not everything works like it should. There were some weird rules in the place, like no food after 9. What about those who were hungry at night or like really needed it? And the food in the day honestly didn't have the best nutrition on earth. This all happened when I was 16. With O-levels. It was my O-level year and I was pulled out of school when I was kept in Girls' Home. Even when I was moved to that place of safety, I wasn't allowed back to school for a while. But my parents really helped me with that. They took the extra step to get me a lot of extra classes for my subject. My dad would pick me up almost every morning to go for tuition and send me back in the afternoons and evenings. Even Miss running here in the crowd. He taught me literature and really helped me get myself together. With all the support from my teachers and my parents, as well as the place that I was staying in, I was able to pull my grades up by a lot. My L1, L5 or prelim, I think I maxed it out. I think I got like 40 or something, which is like the worst point you could get. But for O levels, I pulled it up so much to the point of it was 14 O level points. That allowed me to get into the art school that I wanted, LaSalle College of the Arts. I also got a formal internship with the Art of Awakening, also while staying in that place of safety. With these achievements and my improvement, I was allowed to early discharge. But in that, I also met one of my best friends associated with me. He's another big pillar of support that helped me a lot. And one of the main things she said to me was that I know that our problems aren't going to get any better, but I also know that we will learn to handle them better. And that's what's going to make a difference to us. Before I leave you all today, I want you to know that there is always hope. No matter how bleak circumstances may appear and how helpless it could be. Everybody has their own journey. Some may be a little longer than others, and some may be really short. But that doesn't make us any better than each other. This freedom that we have in the real world, it's like balancing a scale in a hurricane. It's not just about putting equal weights on each side and just leaving it. You have to constantly check and adjust according to how bad the hurricane is. The wind can change, which will tip your scale at any time. I know it's tiring, and I know it's really hard to keep up with this busy, spinning world, but that's where the help comes in. Don't try to do everything on your own. It's okay to let people help you, and it's okay to fail sometimes. These experiences of failure, that's what makes you stronger. And when negative emotions overtake you, just know that after every down, there is a up. Thank you everybody for being here today and hearing me out.